Right YouTube, how you guys doing? I have got the Invisible Shield for the iPod Touch 4th generation. It came through yesterday, and in this video I'm just going to apply it for you, and after a day or two I'll do a thorough review on it and give you my opinions as to how it is and do a few crazy tests like I've done before for the iPad. If you click on these videos you can see what I've done, and of course I have the Zagg for the iPhone 4 as well. But as the iPhone 4th generation has been released, the one with the camera, they sent along this Zagg Shield. Although it's not really specific for the iPod Touch, there's no mention of the iPod Touch on it. So I believe it's still in kind of last minute production sort of thing, and hence why it's not focused on the iPod Touch. But it does say it is iPod Touch 4 compatible. So let's see how well this will actually fit on. So here is all the stuff. The first thing that you want to do is, and it's probably why you're seeing this, is you want to give your iPod Touch a full clean before applying it. For obvious reasons, you don't want to put the shield on and then find you've got smudges in the back of your iPod Touch because you haven't cleaned it properly. So make sure, this is what I use, you've got your keep it clean stuff. This is what I tend to use, but obviously you can use whatever you want, but I would recommend this, to be honest. Perhaps iClear. Also, these are available widely at Apple stores. So let's go ahead and clean the iPod Touch first. One of the problems with the iPod Touch is because of the backing, it can scratch very easily, and hopefully you can see this in this video. There are quite a number of scratches, or maybe you can't see them, but I can see them visibly, and the reason for that is because of the material that is used in the back. And this was, being used in this since day one. Since I opened this, it was in here, and my mum was using it, and she never took it out of this. And despite that, there are scratches on this. And some of you are wondering, well, what's the problem with having scratches on it? The problem is when you sell it down the year down the line, or you sell it on a few months after, you're probably not going to get as much, if you had some sort of protection on it, if you had some sort of shield on it, and this is, I guess, where Zagg come in. So let's go ahead. I've just given it a full clean, and let's put it on. Now I was taking a look at the shields here, and they are precisely cut for the iPod Touch, which is good. What you want to do is get the spray and spray some on your fingers or your hands. There we go. There's plenty of it, so don't worry. I still get a lot of questions to say, oh, how much do I put on? They've given you a full bottle for a reason, so don't be scared in terms of how much you're going to put on your fingers and on the screen itself. So do not be hesitant. Let's go ahead and put the front side on. And bear in mind, once you've applied this, do not use it for at least 6 to 8 hours, and I learned it the hard way. So you're going to take this off the front side, and what we're going to do here is simply spray this beast, soak it wet pretty much, and let's go ahead and align it, which should be a mission in itself. Bring this a bit closer, bring this a bit lower, shall I say. Drag it along, just to see what I'm doing, and here we go. Can we get it on the first go? Highly unlikely, despite me trying to put this on like bloody 50 times. If you've watched some of the other videos that I've done on this, I pretty much do it on every device that I get, and despite that, it can be very tricky, so don't think. Is that it? Yep, that is just about perfect. Yeah, I mean, I would call that a perfect screen shield, or a perfect application, or a perfect installation, shall I say, and it's got a lot of bubbles on it. This is where the Zagg comes in, and what you simply do is take them off like this. And the reason why you don't use this straight after is because if you start using it, you start putting it in your jeans, what's going to happen is this film's going to start moving. So it's best, once you've applied it front and back, keep it beside the window, let it dry, and then use it after a few hours. So guys, that's the front side applied, and there's literally no bubbles. There's 2 or 3 tiny ones here, but they tend to go away after about 12 to 24 hours. So don't worry, but if you've got any major bubbles, you might want to take them out before you let it to dry. But yeah, that was a perfect installation pretty much. Just a tiny bit off, but you are going to get that sort of give or take. It depends how accurate you want to be, and I'm quite happy with that. So let's go ahead and go to the back. And it's pretty much going to be the same. Might want to spray your fingers again, just for that extra bit of security, I guess. And the back of this does not, the camera on the back, it doesn't cover it, so, which is a good thing, because the camera on the back, as you guys know, is a 720p, so you don't want a shield covering the camera, which is would have been a fail otherwise. Soak this, and as you can see, I've got about half of this still left. So again, it's there for a reason. Don't be scared in not using it. This solution is not going to go inside your device unless you physically take it up and put it into the earphones. Otherwise, it's probably just going to slide off and go into the desk or tissue or whatever you've got laid down. And I'm hoping this is the right way I am putting this on. This could be tricky. Yeah, I guess this is the right way. Bring it a wee bit more up. Whoops. And it's got to be really perfect. Remember, this is the full body kit, so it's going to even try to cover the sides as well. Is that okay? Hope it is, it better be. Let's check the other side. Is it laying down properly? And it's covering up the volume buttons, which probably indicates I've kind of failed in applying it. Nope, it hasn't. It's just perfect. It's just hitting the volume buttons, which is what you probably want. As you can see, it's just hitting the volume button, so I think I'm happy with that, and I'm going to continue on and put it on. Again, it depends how you feel. If you think you should pull it back off, do it, but me having done a lot of these, I think that's fine. It's not going to be too much of a bother, and I am just going to literally take these bubbles out now. Whoops, should have checked the top heat as well, which is fail on my end. And as you can see, just perfect. Can you guys see that? It's not hitting the power button, it's just falling short of it. Again, it depends, and as you can see from these bubbles, I should better take them out rather than swabbling along. Get the squeegee and pretty much take these out. So if you guys have any questions, have you come across Zagg, have you installed one, how was it, any more tips? I'm asking you guys for tips despite, applying this, 50 and 100 times. But this is the way I do it, and I must say the first time I done it was really, really hard, or at least I found it. I didn't know how much solution to put on. And if you go through back some of my installation videos, a lot of you guys ask the same questions over and over again. And the one that pops up a lot of the times is how much solution do you put on. And I would say just, half of it is there for a reason, so use as much as needed. It's not going to damage your device and so on, so do not worry. So guys, here it is, the front, perfect installed, no bubbles, no nothing, and the back is a bit dirty, but hopefully after a few hours that will dry out. Not that major, no big bubbles, just small tiny rough bits, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the install. And as you can see, these will hopefully after a few hours dry out. And yeah guys, if you have applied this, leave the comments below. Have you used Zagg? What do you think? Stay tuned for the review after about a few days. and the test that I'm going to do with it once it dries out. And that might be useful to you. Remember guys, you can join me on eyeglasswegian.com, twitter.com/i6glasswegian, facebook.com/eyeglasswegian. If you have any comments, video responses, bonus, leave that down below and I shall take a look at them. Thanks for watching guys. Cheers.